Well, hey guys, guess what? New Olight sale. It's not really a new Olight, but it's a new thing from Olight, and we got cool stuff from Olight going on. But there is a new Olight sale. That is 100% true. And we are going to look at the Odin, because I have not seen the Odin before. Some of you probably have. But it's a cool mounted light. I like it. I like what it does. And Olight has something new for it that makes it pretty nifty. So we're going to take a look at what the Odin does specifically. Its cool features that are different than pretty much any other mounted light out there, and the cool stuff that they have going on with this sale. And as usual, they have like free stuff, they have bundles, they have all that. There's going to be a whole lot in the video description. I'm going to talk through a little bit of it, but the really important part is let's take a look at this. The Odin. 2000 max lumens, 300 meter throw, and this is intended. This is designed as pretty much as a long gun mounted light. So designed for pick rails. And let me just, let me show you the specs right here. Let's just get into it. And then I'll show you the cool stuff that this comes with. So as always, we're going to open that up. Got a little accessory pouch, and this probably, well, we'll get into that in a minute too. Now the Odin comes with, so we've seen the pressure switch before for Olight, but this one is a little locking. We'll get to it. We'll demonstrate it. Make sure I'm taking this out right. So the Odin comes with its mount, but a quick release from the mount, so you can use it by hand, or you can mount it, but you don't have to move your mount once you get it set up on your rifle. And could you I guess theoretically you could use this on a handgun too, but a little bit big for that, you know what I mean? So also in the box, we of course have user's manual. Got a couple zip ties to secure this down. Now this also mounts right to rails. And normally you'd have to, this would be an accessory you'd have to buy, like for the Valkyrie, the PL Pro, stuff like that. But this comes with the Odin, and I'm just going to demonstrate this now because I love it. So it's magnetic, but then you could push it and it's locked on there. Now if you really struggle, you could pull it off. But like the other one, the old school one, is just magnetic. So, like this just comes off, it could just come off, but this one locks on, which makes it just there. And this gives you access to turn it on, if it's, I'm going to actually put this one on the AR and show you the stuff when we're done. But anyway, so the quick release here is cool because you turn it and then you push it in, and now you can release it from the mount. So this mount stays on the rail, and it, by the way, it has so you can mount it so under rail or side rail, but 90 degrees to the rail, we'll say. And then it also has this little way to mount it there too. So depending on how you want it in relation to the rail, it's built in with both of those. Now with this particular sale, there is a free gift involved, and something kind of new for the Odin, which is to make it more of a tactical handheld kind of tool. What I just forgot to press record when I opened it up again is the finger grip ring for the Odin series. So if you want to use this handheld, you can mount the finger grip ring. Now the only problem with this is that it needs to be screwed in. So it's, if you take it out and you want to use the finger grip ring, you gotta screw it in. But it comes with all the hardware you need to mount it, and it just takes a few seconds. And now you have that grip ring, and so you can, let me take this off, so you can twirl it a little bit. It becomes kind of a little self-defense tool depending on how you're carrying it. You can give a good bop to the head with the chrolinated crown there, and it's not going to leave your hand, you know, if you need to do some stuff. So you can just hold it in many different ways depending on how you choose to hold your light. Just gives you some flexibility, you know. You can even hold it on the outside, you know, with whatever you're using. I mean, say shotgunning, you need your hand free for the pump, or there's just multiple different ways that you could use this ring, and it's really up to you. And so this is a free gift that you would get if you get the Odin. One of my boys is going to grab it, and they're going to be like, look, I got a gun. Now, I believe that during the sale, I know that there's a special edition gunmetal gray and the black one, and I think they're like 25, 26, somewhere between 25 and 30% off in the sale. Not to mention that, I'm just going to say, you know, less than lethal methods here. This gives you a nice little, a little enhancement to any fist action. I don't want to use any terminology that might be wrong, but you know what I mean. So, in the accessory kit here, you've got screwdriver. You've got your your Allen wrench, your Allen key, and extra screws for the mount here. You have your standard Olight magnetic charger, which is I say this every time, it's my favorite charger. Need to charge your flashlight, just clip it on and it goes. I mean, boom, boom, so easy. By the way, just as a side note, since I just kind of went through this, so this says the MCC 1A, it's the same thing as the MCC 3. If you have any lights that say they have a requirement for an MCC 3, the MCC 1A is the same thing. So of course we need to charge this thing all up before we start messing with the modes, and I'm gonna do that. That's why I took out the little yellow protector, but it has a vibrating power indicator. So just because there's no, there's not an LED on here to tell you. So if you try to use this and the battery is low, is less than 20%, it vibrates once every 5 minutes, just to let you know. If it's less than 10%, it vibrates once every minute. And then if it's less than 5%, it vibrates once every 10 seconds. Just so that you have that warning to let you know that it's going. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go plug this in. I'm going to let it charge up real quick, and then we'll run through the inside stuff, just demonstrating some modes. Then I'll take it. I'm going to mount it on the rifle. We'll see what it looks like and everything, and we'll take it outside and see how it works, actual light. And then we'll talk more about the sale and some of the accessories, and bundles and stuff. All right, so I'm back. I've had this charging for a while, and guess what? I have just the upper here, because guess what? YouTube, according to the federal government and the ATF, this is not a firearm. The lower is the firearm. This is not. Ha ha! Let's see what happens. I don't know. No, honestly, I did this because I don't have that much room on the desk. But then it occurred to me like, oh, hey, guess what? Only the lower is considered a firearm. But anyway, so now this is what I have the Balder green laser on here normally because I like it. You can see quite a difference in size here. Different purpose though, different kind of light. Brighter. So if we were going to mount this on here, first we're going to need to take this ring back off. So let's get that off. But you can see really this only takes a couple seconds if we're going to do that. And now we're ready. Coincidentally, same size. Allen key here to do this. So now the quick release, remember, is just to get this in and out. So in order to position the mount on the rails, that's the part that we screw in and out. So the mount, once it's on the rails, doesn't move. Well, that's tight. That is tight. All right. So I'm going to figure out where exactly I want this thing to sit. And I'm figuring, I don't know, right about there, weight-wise, seems good. So a little bit of that blue Loctite stuff on it. It's not really Loctite because it does. It's just, it helps the screws stay in place, but it's not Loctite. So I don't know what you'd call it exactly, but anyway. So we put that in there, and then it's mounted. It's going to stay, but if I want to remove my light, I can remove that, and then that mount is there. Piece of cake, no problem. And we can reposition it, assuming it fits. Yeah, oh, look at that, and it fits right there as well. Minimal rattle with that in place. Doesn't really do much. Okay, so I'm going to take this whole thing outside when we test it. I'm just going to move that to the side for now when we do the quick demo. Now, other things to consider with, you know, say the Balder or the, you know, the PL Pro. You don't get the remote switch access. Just doesn't happen. You can replace these with rechargeable batteries, but you have to take them out to charge them if that's what you want to do. And there's no like charging when it's in there. Remember, keeping in mind what this is for, there's not a lot of fancy modes on this. In fact, there's really like no fancy mode on this. And when you're using this, there's even less fancy mode on this. But it does what it does. I mean, it's a tactical light. So using it in hand mode, if you were to what we call a half press, it's going to be in low mode. And if you press it all the way in, it's high mode. So that's basically low mode, and it's hard to tell the difference. If you press it in and let go, it keeps it on. If you press it and hold it in, then it's what they call momentary on. So you can do this kind of momentary on thing with your hand and have it turn off, or you can click it. Now, when you're using the tail cap, you're really limited there. I mean, it's basically on or off, and it goes straight to high mode. There is no low mode, but you could do the same thing where you could hit it and it's on. Look at that beam of light. Or if you hold it down for a minute, it's on, then it's off. The thing is, when it's on here, and this is already getting warm, when it's on here with the pressure pad, there's no low. It is just high. It's your 2000 lumen mode to illuminate whatever area you're looking at. So, yeah. But anyway, let's go on outside. While I'm sitting here, I will tell you what we're going to do outside. So you just go outside and do this. So outside in the backyard, there are two old broken down red sheds. We call them the haunted red barns. On one of them, I have some VSSL and FireTac trail markers, reflective trail markers. So we're going to use those to bounce some light off of. They're exactly 100 feet. I've measured from where we're going to set up the camera and where the flashlight's going to be. Beyond that is the wood line. So we're going to just see how much light this throws down range. We're going to see how wide the corridor of light is, the field of regard. We're going to see how it lights up everything around, and do all that fun stuff. I think I finally lost that last trail marker on the trekking pole that's 45 degrees off to the right. So I'm going to have to replace that. I don't know if that's still there, but we're still going to have a good test. We're going to see how it works, and we're going to come on back in, and it should all be good. So let's get outside. All right. Clearly, I'm out here in the dark. I have an AR upper in my hand, which looks ridiculous, I'm sure, to anybody watching. Or like a crazy-ass bullpup laser gun. I have the pressure pad mounted opposite the actual light, and actually this might work out pretty well. So now, yeah, there is a swing set that is in between us and the haunted red barn, but I think you'll be able to see this just fine. So this is going to be just high power now as I activate the light. And so you see where we get the shadow from the barrel, and that's just because of where I mounted it. That's not bad. You can see all the way clear off into the woods and everything. And I'm kind of like right over the camera right now. Swinging around. So very bright light. I'm going to dismount it so we can do the low power. You can kind of see without having... I wanted to show you what it was going to look like mounted, because I knew there was going to be like a... Unless you put it right on the end of the rails. Now, I wanted to do that so you could see... I knew there was going to be some kind of shadow. There always is, you know, where... Unless you put it right on the tip of the barrel, which is physically impossible. You know, there is a shadow. So let's take a look at the low power mode for a minute. And now I've got it handheld. So here's low power, and you can see those range markers reflecting off in the distance. Oh, look, see, we still do have one of the ones on the trekking pole to the right, and you can see the field of regard of light is bright enough that we're pinging that 45 degrees off to the right without even having to rotate over to it. See it off to the right? That's pretty good. And again, this is low power. And going back to high power again. With naked eye, I can see right off into the wood line. I'm going to zoom a little bit. So you can see we're like, you can see clear off into the woods there. And just look at the reflectiveness of those things. Yeah, so 2000 lumens. Very nice, bright, neutral light. And again, you can see we're, you know, this is 45 degrees off to the left. We're still almost hitting those. There. 45 degrees off to the right. It does get pretty warm though. I mean, the front gets pretty warm in this high power mode. Alright, let's go inside. Hey, we're back inside. And just to show you the mounting for the pressure pad, I forgot to show you this initially, but yeah, this mounts directly onto to rails, and then if you wanted to, you could take this out and you could put double-sided tape, you could put you know, Velcro pads on here or whatever you wanted, and mount it anywhere you want, like on a foregrip or something like that. So pretty versatile little thing going on there. As for the light, it is, you know, it is a simple. It does what it does. It is a high-powered mounted, you know, weapons-mounted light, and that is what it does. I like the fact that it, you know, it dismounts. You can use the grip ring. Yes, you need to screw the grip ring in, but it means that your mount stays in place where you like it on the frame itself without having to mess around with anything else. And that's kind of cool that you don't have to like mess with that. You know, you can just take it and then pop it back in, and it's good to go. It does get hot. I mean, it gets hot. It's a lot of lumens going through that lens right there. One thing I forgot to show you was the battery power we're working with. And there we go, a 21700 5000 milliamp hour battery. So with that much light though, you know, if you use this a lot, and this is not the kind of thing that you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna use this like a standard, you know, like a camping flashlight. You could, theoretically you could, but that's not what this is marketed for. This is a tactical light. And when I say tactical, I mean not like it's painted black so they put the T word on it. I mean they intend this to be used in a tactical environment and in a tactical setting. This is not a versatile, multi-mode, you know, light for EDC and outdoors use. No, this is for self-defense, for mounting on a firearm, use with a firearm, and as a self-defense, you know, light / self-defense tool. I mean, that, let's not, this has a purpose. And when we call this one tactile, that's exactly what this one is. Now, talking about the sale for all the different things you need to know. So it is the 17th. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on the 17th, and it goes until question marks. No, the information will be right here on the screen as to where it goes. Now there are a number of different, like I said, tiers, free tiers for how much you spend and different things. I'm going to put everything in text in the video description because Olight likes to, they refine the stuff, they change it right up to the last minute, and I'm going to use the latest email that they send me to make sure I get all the correct information. But I can promise you that there will be the direct sale link to click to get you there. There will be my code that they give me, the DocP91B. So there's certain stuff that's on sale during the sale, but if you want to buy anything that is not on sale and you want to save 10%, you can use the code. It only works during the sale times though. So like let's say you don't want an Odin, but you do want to get something else at the Olight store that's not on sale right now, but you want to save 10% on it, you can go buy it during the sale time, use the code that's in the video description, and save 10% on that. There are some free gifts, that are going on. If you'll get some $10 off and $15 off coupons if you're a newly registered, you newly register on their site. There's a free little multi-tool they have. It's like a single-piece multi-tool. You'll see that. The sale, by the way, I'll have it in text anyway, but 8 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. on June 18th. The early access for the special tier members, they should already have an email and know where they are, but I'll put that in the video description as well. 26% off on the Odin Black. There's an Obulb Purple. I don't know. I don't think this is the Obulb Purple. Did they send? Oh, they sent me an Obulb, another Obulb to show you guys. But the Obulb Purple is 35% off. The O-Lantern Jet Black is 35% off. The Odin Gunmetal Gray, which is limited edition, is 26% off. The Lantern Mini Wine Red is 35% off. The Obulb Orange is 35% off. There's all sorts of stuff, If you spend $129, you get a free Obulb Green, $229, a free O-Pen 2, $359, get a free Baton 3, Premium Edition Oranges. There's all sorts of stuff. So check the video description. If you guys have not, I love the Obulb, and the boys love the Obulb. That's the important part. This thing is cool. I mean, I'm going to turn one of the lights off here. It's like such a little thing, but there we go. So you hit it and you hold it down, so it's like on off, and now you can be an angry Ood and tell the doctor all about the beast, but you hold it down and it switches modes. So you have like a low mode, which you can barely see here because of the light, a high mode, a red mode, a red like flashing beacon mode, and they have. This is at first I thought these were like coins, but they're not. These are all magnetic. So this is like a little mounting thing that you can put somewhere. It's got double-sided tape, and I guess this is wine. I guess this is wine red. Yeah. So each coin, each mounting thing is color specific to the Obulb you get, and then you can put it somewhere. But the magnets on the Obulb are phenomenal. They stick to anything, and they work with also the magnetic charging. So the magnetic charging system for Olight. Oh, look at the polarity. Oh, opposite polarity. That doesn't work. Duh, because the magnetic charger has to stick. Way to think. At midnight. Great. They stick to almost anything, and they have pretty good magnets. So Obulbs are pretty cool. I like them. They're small, and in the dark they do light up just a small little working area. They're pretty nifty, and they're like Pokeballs, and they come in different colors, so you must collect them all. So there you go, guys. There's the sale. There's the sale info on the Odin. I like the Odin. I like it because it's simple and it's not overly complicated, and it just does what it needs to do. It throws bright light downrange. Cool mounting system. I like this cap that, you know, doesn't accidentally pull away like the older version does. So when the sale rolls around, use the link in the video description to get yourself to that sale. Use that code if, you know, to help yourself to anything else that, you know, a little discount that's not already on sale, because Olight is one of my favorite flashlight brands. I love Olight. I have Olights that have survived. This is something else I say. The most important thing I can say about Olight is they survive the boys. There's always an Olight within reach wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. It's one of my top 3 brands. It is, for sure, like for real. And I keep hinting at this, but there are 2 projects that Olight has let me in on that I can't wait till they're ready to go public so we can show you guys. You know, they've asked. I feel privileged. They've asked my input on them, but they're going to be so cool when they come out. So cool. I can't wait. But for now, you know, sale time. Father's Day. I don't know what kind of express shipping they offer, but you know, go get some cool deals. And in the meantime, remember, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.